Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I'm going to show you around the Great Salt Lake State Park. And there are different sections of the state park, and the one I'm going to be doing for you today is Antelope Island, which is just directly west of Syracuse, Utah. Very interesting place, so let me show you around the island here. There are a lot of bison on the island, although I don't think they're quite this colorful. By the way, the admission fee to the park is $15 for vehicles, but only $3 for motorcycles or bicycles. So they have this parking lot right outside of the gate, so you can park there, and if you're into bicycling, then you can just bicycle in if you want to do that. They do have a boat launch here and quite a few boat dock slips. But look how shallow it is, and there's only one boat there. I wonder how typical this water level is year to year. I wonder if this is really unusual. There are a lot of small birds that are floating around. I should say swimming around, looking for something to eat, which they're not going to find here, I don't think. But they seem to be having a good time. Now, if you ask me, these two boats are on the wrong side of the road. And right across from the boat docks there is this snack bar and bike rental place, which doesn't seem to be doing any business. And wouldn't you know it, I came here just for the ice cream. This is called Ladyfinger Point, and that's your Ladyfinger. This is the gravel trail that goes out to it. They have 5 individual sites here that you can stake out for the day. They do have restroom building and 1 covered picnic table, a paved parking lot, and a really big beach, but with nobody there and nothing there but whatever that is. I can't tell from zooming in. This is on a Friday around noon. I'm going to go see if the visitor center is open. And the reason why they have this statue of a bison is because there are supposed to be bison somewhere out on the island here. But I assume the bison here don't have these big holes in them. Here's the trail map. So if you want to, you can hike from top to bottom. A lot of hikes all the way around. There's the road coming into the island. Here's a map showing the paved roads. All of these thin lines here are the paved roads, and one of them goes down this far. This is the visitor center, and the best part for me is the air conditioning. This is what's living in the water. The brine shrimp is it. There's an interesting model of a house right outside the visitor center. Don't know what that's about. These are some of the insects on the island. And this shows the type of animals that the insects feed on. And some of the larger animals that they have here on the island. This tells about the antelopes, and there are, as it says, about 500 to 700 bison still on the island. The island averages 4 miles wide, and it's 18 miles long north to south. I also just learned that there's a lot of freshwater springs where the animals know to go to get drinking water because they can't drink the salt water. This is the beach access parking lot. So there's somebody coming back. And there's a few people out there. That's another island out there. Yeah, there's people out there. And they have showers here so you can wash the salt off of you. There are 3 campgrounds, all of which are on the north side of the island, and none of them have any hookups at all. There is a dump station on the way out of the campground. I'm not camping here. This is just a shaded rest stop for me. Well, they have a nice table and a grill. So make sure you're bringing plenty of water with you. Well, let me make one correction. I stopped by the dump station here, and it does say on here non-potable water, and then this faucet here says potable. So there is a place where you can get fresh water if you need it. This is a nicely built up Overlook Patio here. If you want to get higher, you can hike up to the top of that. Boy, you won't see beaches this wide at many oceans. And here is a parking area if you want to walk out to the beach. Which is going to be a long walk. You freshen off when you get there, but by the time you get back, you're going to be hot and sweaty again. This is the all-time low and high of the water levels. Normally, each year in the spring, it's about 2 feet higher than it is in the fall after all the summer evaporation has happened. This campground here, the strip on the right, this is about as close as you can camp to the lake. So you camp there, be the best place to walk out to take a dip. They do have one restaurant here called the Island Buffalo Grill, and they have a large dining room which is closed. And to make things even worse, their outside dining area under this canopy is not very welcoming. I think this is funny. They've got a metal walkway across the sand to go out to the beach. Which is going to be hotter to your feet, metal or sand? There's a bunch of people out there. And they have a shower here too as well to rinse off. Looks like this buffalo has been slapped a few times. Here's some more info about the island and the road to get here has a bit of history. And standing right here, I can hear some bubbling noise coming off from right there. This looks like fresh water coming out of that pipe. Wonder if it has something to do with that building over there. Well, there's one of the bison now. There's a bison way off into the distance there. And then this one here is close to the road. But that's about it. I've only seen these two. There's a couple more buffalo. This is on the east side, right near the causeway that goes out to the island. Here's a shot where you can see the reflection of the mountains and the clouds on the lake there. I thought it was exciting to see just a few bison earlier. But look at this. That is a huge herd. Man, the trees are in the way, but you can see many more here. This must be their favorite spot. I can even hear some of them growling. I bet they're here because the grass is greener out there. I see some water on the ground, so that could be a spring. They come here to get fresh water. That's what it kind of looks like. Right there is a nice puddle of water. That could be rainwater or from a spring. Well, folks, this is the end of the paved road. That dirt road does go all the way to the south end of the island. And right here is the Gar Ranch. I'm going to go in and take a look. And you see behind the ranch there, all that white, that is just fields of salt or sediment from the lake. And it goes out so far, you can just barely see the water out there. Got some interesting looking hills on the other side of the road here. So let's go in to see what the ranch looks like. I don't think there's anybody here you need to check in with. Here's some history of the ranch. Just has a lot of rusted out equipment. Let's see what's inside the barn here. Well, there's a pickup truck. And have no idea what that platform is used for there. Maybe herding cattle or something. Tools that haven't been used for a mighty long time. Got a silo, a corral, and there are some horses out here. Several horses here. And it is a long, long way before you get way out there to where the lake is. Barely see it. And there's some ranch house buildings here. You got the door open. They got it roped, but you can look inside. This is the kitchen, dining room, and that looks like the laundry room, and the bathroom with the shower. This smaller building has a bedroom, 1, 2, 3, 4 beds. Maybe that was for the ranch workers. This is probably used for clotheslines. Got a sunken building there. I bet it was cooler being half underground. Door's open. Let's take a look. Well, nothing in it at all. Couple jugs. That's about it. And then behind it here is an important bird area where you find your important birds. I see a lot of butterflies scurrying around too. It's cool back here. And they have a museum building here. Let's see what we got in here. Spinning wheel. Here's some more history about it. There's 6 different barbed wires they used. There's a stove, wood stove I guess, and planes, levels, tools, corporate beginnings, sheep ranching. That might be a generator scale for weighing, I guess, whatever they're selling. There's some saddles. And then they modernized it. Everything is a little rusted out. Stop, no trespassing. This means you. Well, that's a nice little museum. With all these tables, they might have some special events, a cookout or something going on sometimes. Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed my video about Antelope Island, the Great Salt Lake State Park. Good day, folks.